I just found these guys again. I used to listen to them back in like 2001, 2000. Let's see. When did the album come out? So 22 years ago, 23 years ago, I listened to these guys. 2002, the year I got sober the first time. I dropped the demons. I dropped them. I said, no, you don't get to run the show no more, you wicked little demons. Don't make me do those things. So I dropped the demons, later to be picked up in 2017, but only for a few months. And happy to report, I dropped the demons again. I knew nobody was going to take care of Ma. Nobody was going to care about, nobody probably would have even, she probably would have sat there for 3 days in a chair waiting for somebody to turn on the TV. Because people don't care about people, man. They want to, I had a pretty cool conversation with the lady at the post office. And she had an encounter yesterday with, she's a cancer, and she had an encounter with the cancer. Or, yeah, they're both cancers. And I was like, well, that really mirrors the instance that I saw of an occurrence that happened at the park between a cancer and a Pisces. You know, the sensitive, if you don't know how to get rid of the jitteries, get rid of all this stuff, you are going to show up in life under in situations with all of your shit meeting the occasion in which you're handling. I'm just going to let people do whatever they want. Unless it's going to cause harm, like the dipshit in the Smith's parking lot today. I was going forward to exit the parking lot towards where Chaloops was, right in front of Chaloops. And this dude, I mean, white hair guy, tall guy, I don't have no idea how old enough to know better not to drive like a freaking diptard. And he's coming from in front, they're doing like inspections or something. They're doing something with the fuel tanks at the gas. I wonder if they are going to hold over the savings, or if a bunch of people are going to drop their savings because they got it. Anyway, that's sorry. Focus, Marjo, focus. So I'm going forward right in front of Chaloops, and this dippy dude comes out, and he goes to turn, like I'm already here, and he goes to turn in front of me. I'm in a big old Suburban, a big old 3/4 ton truck. Like, I lay on my horn, wave at him. Hi, what you doing? Making my presence be known. And then he laid on his horn and flipped me off. And I turned on my blinker, turned right, and proceeded off on down my way. It's just people are loopy. Anyway, the lady at the post office was telling me a story about how a guy was having trouble yesterday, and he was almost going to run out of gas. And she was like, you know what? I got like 10 more minutes. I can help you out, you know. And she's like, in the solution. I'm here to help, right? She's got a good heart. I'm here to help. She was going to take him all the way in with the gas can, get gas, bring him back, put it in his truck, follow him home, make sure, get all that, just being a good neighbor, right? There's so many of these people on the planet. And they're all shrouded by the fucking D-bag, the shadow of the D-bag. But the men emasculate themselves and then act accordingly. So he was like, no, I don't want you to help me. And she even said that you're a woman. I said, these fucking machismos, man. This machismo mentality. I am a man. I am big and strong. Dude, you're 5'4", 280 pounds. You know, like your heart's just hanging on by a thread. The arteries being clogged so much by all the fucking terrible diet, no exercise, all that. It's just a storyline all over the world. Hey, Carl, I just got your message. I'll look in a minute. And I said people, Ego. When people come forward with that stuff, like, no, pride, with that pride stuff, with that anything that is not of the God vibration of good orderly direction, if they come from anything other than that, it's ego. Easing God out. I had this lady's, her head was like, I was preaching to her, is what I said, and she was just loving it. I said, people don't want to help people anymore. I said, this man doesn't want you to help. These are all the possible scenarios that he's thinking. That he doesn't want to owe you a favor because he has nothing himself to offer. So he doesn't want to help you because maybe one day you'll want him to, you'll want the favor returned, and it's and in his mind, who knows, right? The thing of it is, I called today's talk cut from the team. And when I was in high school, junior high and stuff like that, I wanted to play sports. I wanted to be on the softball team. I wanted to maybe, I was very uncoordinated with all my PTSD. My coordination is like, sometimes when I get under high stress situation or excitement or whichever, when I get excited, my brain's like, I go on automatic pilot. And so, I don't know. So I've choked a lot in life. And I've learned not to choke, just do it, because I got hurt from choking. And anyway, so I never could. I could not go out for the team. I couldn't go out for the sport because Mom couldn't afford the cost of what it costed to be a part of the team. My brother was a wrestler, but he would had a job at a gas station, so I mean, he'd buy his lunch when he'd go on, meets and stuff like that, But I was in junior high, I was 12, 13, I couldn't go to work like that, and I wasn't, there wasn't babysitting opportunities in my area, stuff like that. I mean, I tried to earn money and people always lowball me. Even my own grandpa, I remember raking rocks for 3 hours. And he gave me $10 because I was trying to earn enough money because I wanted to play the trumpet. And I was like why? And then I just give up on stuff because I just would get tired, it's going to take me forever, And then I'd grow out of it and want to be onto something else. I do actually have a trumpet. I never learned how to play it. Troy gave it to me when in the 90s. In 96, I think I've had that. I'd like to give it back to him one day is what I told him. And I ended up moving to freaking New Mexico. And he's still in San Francisco, Bay Area. Yeah, but I told him I'm taking good care of it, and Max tuned it up when I lived in Omaha, and he was on the Air Force band. He was the trumpet player. How's that for a sweet gig? Being a representation of an organization that just kills people in places we have no business been, and you get to have the best life, right? Because when people choose to be part, I never got to be a part of but I said, no, I take that back. I found a way to do it where I could go along, and I became the manager of the sports teams, and I would keep track of the stats and stuff like that for base softball, and which batter did, so the old diagrams, I used to fill those in and stuff like that, yeah, with the little boxes, the 3 boxes and the ball and all that stuff. So I would get to travel with the girls, and so I get to experience it but I wouldn't get to play. One time there was a home run derby, and one of the teachers, Mrs. Westfall, her husband Scott, I guess it was cost money to enter, and I didn't know it, and they're just like, Marge, you're gonna be late. They wanted you to go do the home run derby, because I'm freaking and you know what, I can bat left and right. Both. I don't know now because my back's all freaking jacked up, but so people are getting real sensitive. That's what I'm seeing. I listened to Robert Phoenix this morning. He's like, "Is today the day we're gonna get the solar blast?" Because I know something's gonna freaking happen. Something freaking is gonna. I hope it happens. I hope my buddy gets his package, and then it happens, or it's just I don't know. It's the freaking energy is freaking crazy. So. And then with freaking Batman and Reg getting freaking into it yesterday, that was wild, people they're getting in fights. They're just, people are up here and they don't know how to keep themselves down here. And so a lot of teams are that people, and how nice would it be? Like I've been watching. I just found I'm old. I'm late, although I am. I have a background in technology and IT. So I never I stopped at for security reasons and stuff like that I am aware of. I don't put the apps. And I don't even think I ever even created a TikTok account. And now it's like the way I look at technology or anything that I put out in the world, whether it's on these videos, whether it's on Facebook, any kind Twitter, I guess it's whatever, it's X now. Fucking shit, man. But it was Twitter. So all these social media and stuff, what I'm finding out is if somebody wants your shit, they're going to get your shit. And if somebody wants to use something that you say or use and put you in a poor light, I guess folks just really need to be, that's one of the reasons why I do these videos, is because it's a video diary of the last 7 years that have been pretty much hell for me. And and it's my testimony. It's because God has carried us through every freaking step of the way. All the way from freaking Omaha, Nebraska, to Salem, Oregon, to Flagstaff, Arizona, then Taos, New Mexico. All by me just going, all right, God, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm... Go girl, Luna. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where you want me to be. Here I am. I will just try not to be a big old asshole every day, all those days between then and now. And he has carried us all this way. Good boy, Benny. You want up on the top of the kennel, bud? They got canned food today because Tuck's 13. Happy birthday, Tuck. Seconds and inches, man. I took his picture a little while ago. He was sleeping. It's just, 13's old for what he's been through, and not that but moving around and stuff like that, and he's got this big old freaking, I got this guy today. I caught him today. He's freaking cool. That was a freaking cool picture. Next time I go into town, I gotta go in earlier, and I gotta bring my camera, because all the leaves are fallen, so now you can see all the birds. And that guy was freaking big. He might be the same guy I saw yesterday. And check this shit out. And they're too big. I can't use these as thumbnail, because even if I do my trick, that was the sunrise this morning. Looks like a phoenix. That was the end of it. It was freaking... And then it goes all the way down into the tail. It is freaking... Yeah, I got snapnacks. Ain't nobody ever paid for a freaking one single photo I took, but I'm really fucking good at it. Can I run in Aries? That was this morning. That's when it was starting to come out. Form from the clouds and stuff. Started from that. I get the whole how it just evolves. And then that one right there, there's Venus right there. That's Venus. it started from, I took the first one at 5:47 this morning. That's one thing that's cool about having little old dogs is I got to get up and get out, and then that's what gets me the good shots. So here's Tuck, snoozing back there. Happy birthday, Tuck. You know what? How I ended up in Taos? Just a little nugget from Salem, Oregon. Because when I adopted these 4 dogs from the Basset Beagle Rescue of the Heartland back in 2010 and years later, Benny and Luna were foster failures. It worked out good. But it was really, really, really important to me to keep my family together, because when I signed my contract to get them, it said if anything ever happened and you came on hard times, they'd have to go back to rescue. And I thought of that as me breaking a promise, because I always tell them I'm going to love you your whole life. And society hasn't made it real easy for me to keep my promise. God has assured us every step of the way. Still, it's been scary as fuck. It has been so scary at times. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna be, it would be a nice tent that we lived in. We'd be glamping. It just would be harder for me. Thankfully, God made way through YouTube chats because of Key Jin. And then Marge Astrology, I think she's Mystic, I don't know, she's evolved. It's hard to keep track of people through all of their progressions. And so, happy, yay, you. I don't know. Anyway, but through the chats in YouTube channels, we found places to live. Ultimately, we ended up in a place called Arroyo Hondo, New Mexico, which, side note, in videos years ago, since I've started these, I was talking about how, Mom did a DNA test, and she's like Native American from freaking Colorado, northern New Mexico, and then we end up in northern New Mexico. I got a message from her cousin Adrian last night. We meet one of her first cousins. Adrian, her first cousin. 10 miles from where we live is where he grew up. Mom was born around Arroyo Hondo. That mountain, everybody knows how that mountain calls people to this area. And the people that are called, that like, oh, I want to go to Taos because I saw it on a postcard. Look at the gorge and bleh. All that touristy, gimmicky crap. When they come here, if that mountain don't want you here, you ain't going to be welcome to stay. Some people come and never get to stay. It's the time that you spend here. So I was called here, and then we found out after we got here that Mom was probably born within 10 miles of where we live in Arroyo Hondo, and her family is probably in that Arroyo Hondo book. That's what I was looking for. I had it over here, and I don't know what I did with it. It was here the other day. But, so that's how, I just have let, just doing the next right thing. Like, okay, an opportunity comes up. All right, let's see how this is going to unfold. And then the story gets better and better. The story gets better and better since we've been here. I mean, the connections that I have made in 3 years, people that have been here 25, 30 years, their whole lives, they haven't made. That's what I do. I'm a life past 7. I make connections. I know my purpose, and that is to help show other people theirs. So, I'm pretty excited about it. How about you, Ma? You doing good today? Yeah? She had some eggs for breakfast. I made freaking turkey burgers on the ground. I'm weird kid stuck on my freaking little mini personalized 22-inch Blackstone grill. I went and got more turkey today, and so that I can make little mini turkey burgers for Tucker's birthday. And then I got a can of the freaking the good stuff, the Merrick dog food. They always get it when they get dentals, but they're not gonna get dentals no more because they're too old. It's too risky. Tuk Tuk said, "What, Ma? Turkey burger, bud?" You said, "Oh, Benny." Old dogs. Old dogs are a great blessing, man. If you can earn the trust of an old dog, you did it right. I'm not saying they don't make me crazy. Some days I'm just like, oh. Oh, good girl, Luna. I love you, girl. She says I'm not in the mood. Shaky, waggle, wiggle, what? She ziggles and she zags. They have been my life force. I have so much love in me without the opportunity to give it, you know? It's kind of always been like that. I was telling somebody the other day that I used to have that. I said, because mom says, I'll smile at Mom, and she says, "You have such a nice smile." I say, "Ma, it's your smile. It's your smile. I just get to borrow it a while, Ma. It's your smile. Thanks for letting me borrow it a while, Ma." And she says, what was I saying? Because this Nappy Roots song has derailed my train of thought. Oh, cool. I gotta blow my nose. I think I got snot coming down. What was I talking about? My train of thought totally derailed. Excuse me. I can't even remember what I was saying. It went bloop. Maybe it'll come back. Oh, my smile. And I say how it's your nice smile. Thanks. Thanks, Power Suggestion. And it's not, and then she, when I was growing up, when I was little, I was like 2. I remember this dress wasn't red, it was purple. It was like a blue, navy blue polyester purple. When I was a little girl, I had a speech impediment. People couldn't understand what I said. That's why I enunciate and I work real hard to be clear on what I mean and what I say. Make sure they're nice and congruent. So, when I was little, people always looked at me with the harshest looks on their face. Like, Mom included, like, where do you come from? What are you? Why are you like that? I heard that a lot. Why are you like that? Oh, I don't know, maybe because I was raped when I was 10 months old. Does something to you. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And thank goodness I read the police report when I was 12, 13. That was the same time that I couldn't play sports because we were so poor. But anyway, people used to look at me with just so I actually thought I was really ugly for a really long time until like, I don't know, 12 months ago. No, I'm kidding. I think I'm cute. I think I'm cute. Here's my Air Force. I haven't shown this a while. Here's my Air Force photo. Here's one of them, and I got one in my dress blues because I won an award. So you had to get. It's just all freaking pony show. I could play the game. I did roll. When I let my ego direct and guide me, I'm real good at freaking playing the stupid game. I just hate it, so I don't like it, so I don't do it. And now we get to hang out all the time, huh, Mom? Yeah. So I think I've ran my mouth on long enough. Yeah, I'm gonna stay close to home next couple days. I'm gonna just kind of chill out and let people do their freaking flippity floppity thing. You know. Sometimes I'm curious and I want to go out and see and watch, though. But, man, people are getting so escalated that, like, it's like I was saying yesterday when I saw those guys starting to, like, get up on each other, like, when it was getting physical. My inside. I don't have flight anymore. Right? I just am gonna fight. So what I have to put in the forefront of my mind is, you know, don't, is I got to get home to mom. Is she's my priority, and these dumbasses, that neither of them have hardly no teeth left. They ain't gonna knock out no teeth, if they want to freaking tussle around and freaking see well, I don't know. It's just, I hate to see people get physical because it's so easy to cause harm. It's so easy to break bones, and it's so easy to freaking cause freaking harm that you can't ever come back from. I mean, our heads are like eggs, pretty much. And people just don't value life, and they just risk it. So, I am going to wrap up on this thought and piggyback to what I was going towards with the whole being part of the team is that there are a whole lot of people on this planet that aren't a part of any team, and the cracks of society are getting wider. And it's getting real important that people need. Hey, you want a pet project, you want to freaking show the world, help people. Don't talk about. That's what when I left the lady at the post office, I said, people don't want to help people. They don't want to do the nerdy, nasty, gross work to do it. I will do the nerdy, gross work to do it. I will have a place in Taos where every time I see freaking somebody, like today, I saw one a little while ago. A guy was like, the place I live is going to hell. I can't live. I don't, it's not safe here. I don't want to live here anymore because of the drugs and the fighting and the alcohol and all the shit that goes with other people's fucking demons. So, hey, yeah, dude, come on over. We got a place for you, Might be a freaking, like, shack. It might be like a really tiny home for you and your dog. You'll have but you'll have cooking facilities. You can do your laundry there on site. It might be meager as I build up my idea and my vision of a travel center for the lower poor people, not the ones that can freaking spend $200 a night in these freaking touristy places. The higher echelon, they have nothing better but to do is go from this place, because all they do is play. People, oh, I saw it on Instagram, let's go there. Book the tickets, okay, honey. What the fuck, man? And if people are going to live like that, at least along the way, can you help somebody? At least one time in like a very large, grand way? In a way that changes if everybody just did something for one person to totally just change their life. Too many people are waiting for stuff to happen to them instead of going out and making it happen for others. That's how stuff happens in your life. It's a weird anomaly, but it's trippy and it's true. And I'm here to testify. My whole entire life is based on these freaking faithful ideologies and rules and stuff like that. So, anyway, that's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad